Cause that 607 unk who hangs with the punks. Yeah. You know, like I know, that cuz is cat dog. Cat dog. That's cat dog cuz. You ain't never seen the cartoon? Cat dog. That's 607 unk who hangs with the punks because he got a dog and he got a dog and a cat. He's a dog and a cat. He's a boy and a girl at the same time. Talking about he done left and became somebody else, So cuz is a cat dog. You never know who his buff ass is. You know what I'm saying? He has multiple personalities. One minute, he's downloading, and the next minute, you know what I'm saying, he's being a scumbag.
Gotta stay on my grind and get my money right. Gotta make sure me and my brothers hustle through the night. Me and my niggas, we gon' swing, we gon' blow that pipe. Hop out on your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out, give 'em smoke, gon' be a candle.
KUNTA cuz.
What it was.
Welcome back to the platform.
Man, it's always great to be back on Unique Perspective, man. First of all and foremost, you know what I'm saying, you are live with OG KUNTA cuz at Unique Perspective, where the perspective, it's very unique. We're here to touch on things, that are not being touched on. We want people to get the message and not the mess, real life. So, got some stuff I want to, speak on. I want to be in order, so I'm going to let you ask the questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we going to kind of take a microscopic look, at some things, that need to be totally understood because, and this is directly at the government, you know what I'm saying? This is not, this is to anybody who's willing to pay attention and understand the demographics of actually what's really going on. But this is my attempt is to appeal to the government, about what decisions they are making, First of all, shout out to Trump, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy, they call him a dirty rotten scoundrel, you know what I'm saying? But he's still my guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a Trump supporter. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all can dog him, run him through the mud. I don't give a flying shit. I'm still riding with Trump, I'm not saying that because I'm some napkin head. I'm saying that because I truly understand the demographics of what Trump is trying to do. That's basically what I'm going to touch on right now and today, you know what I'm saying, is to give black people a really understanding of the damage that we have already done to the revolution, you know what I'm saying, that Trump was trying to pull off in this country, dealing with the corruption,
So what do you think Trump was trying to do?
Okay, first of all, I want to say this to the black people. Y'all have been fooled by the Democrats. Everybody don't want to admit it, that the Democrats have been into the ears of the protesters. And they have put these protesters in the way of Trump because everybody think that Trump put the National Guard and the federal police in the community to harass black people. That's a misnomer. That was not the reason. That was not the reason at all. The reason why Trump put those police officers into those communities was to take down those corrupt police departments. And what has happened is that being sheeple, we have been tricked by the Democrats, you know what I'm saying, and the other, little organizations that's collaborating with the Democrats and to going into the streets and to protest, and in reality, we should have never went into the streets and protest. We basically went for the coup, black people. Y'all need to wake up. And that means get your ass out of the way. That means don't go into the streets and protest, black people, because this is not our fight. This fight has nothing to do with any American. It has something to do with corrupt Americans. You see, it does not have nothing to do with no tax paying, hardworking American citizen. It's what was done by Trump had nothing to do with us. But we were fooled, you know what I'm saying, and by the Democrats and their little puppets, you know what I'm saying, the people that they done sicked on to, you know what I'm saying, the media to stir the minds of the mass into protest, you see. And that this was applause to get in the way of Trump, what he was trying to do, see. Let's look at the facts. Trump, what did he do to the feds? Didn't he gut the feds? What did he do to the CIA? He gutted the CIA. What did he do to Homeland Security? He gutted it. What did he just do to the White House? He closed it down. Everybody thinking he closed the White House down to, you know, hurt people. No, he didn't. He closed the White House down to fire all the corrupt people. Y'all got to understand that our system, our politics are corrupt. Y'all want to keep playing this dog and pony show and want to get on these freaking podiums and keep talking about what the American people want and what the American people is losing. But I think it's you politicians who have lost it. Y'all have lost y'all sense of humanity. Y'all have lost y'all sense of service to the Constitution. Y'all
have ever had it though?
No, they never had it. It's all been smoke and mirrors. You know, everybody wants to play like this is not a dog and a pony show. You know, it is. So let's not play, you know. But anyway, realistically, my message to black people is to stay at home. Get out of the way of the National Guard. See, the National Guard are not going into people's homes. They're in the streets. See, if y'all wasn't in the streets, they would go straight to the police department because that's where the corruption is. But since you fools are in the streets throwing rocks and talking about we shall overcome, kumbaya dumb, y'all really in the way of justice. The real patriotic American justice that's supposed to really take place in this country. And y'all don't believe it, but Trump has been chosen to be the guy with the sword for all this corruption.
So what would you define as justice?
What you mean?
We're talking about justice.
Justice is washing the stalls clean of all the filth and corruption, because the political system is completely corrupt. Everybody who got in office lied. Oh, and you never did. We're gonna. Because the American people been tired, you know. And then y'all are whispering. You see, this is how you know that we have been reduced. We have been stripped down to sheeps because all we want is grass. And that's information. And the Democrats are feeding the sheep bad grass and telling the sheep to go into the streets and to protest. You know what that does? That gets in the way of Trump's true plan of purging the police systems. You see, they think, oh, you stupid fools. You know, they all come to you crazy. No, I'm not. You fools don't understand politics. Y'all really don't. I'm sorry that a lot of you guys are just on the outside of the jar. You real life. You're not on the inside of the jar. You don't understand the maximums of canon law. A lot of you dudes don't. You don't even understand that this is a period where the age of corruption must end. You see, and the police are corrupt. And if we wasn't so stupid and been tricked, we would have seen the police systems get taken down. See, he sent the troops in to take over the police stations, not over the community. The community was fooled to go and get in the way. And hold on, let me do this. Mexicans, excuse me, I mean no harm. Run! Yeah, I'm telling you to your face, run. Why y'all in the streets protesting? You know, hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all an ugly story. I don't think they're deporting y'all people. I don't. I think they probably even kidnapping y'all, abducting y'all, you know, stealing and harvesting y'all organs. So it wouldn't be a good idea to be out in the streets and make yourself an easy target of capture, you know. It would be easier it would be harder for them if they had to come and find y'all. You know, maybe nobody's ever pulled y'all strings and told y'all the truth, you know, about what y'all really need to do out here. And I'm telling y'all now, run. Don't don't go protest. They got all those ICE people out there to capture you guys. Y'all are making it easy for these people to do their job. You know how much they paying them ICE dudes? They paying them a lot of money, you know. And Mexicans, my brothers, y'all are making it easy by going out into the streets, being destructive like y'all are. That's a bad decision. Make them earn their money. Go home. Go somewhere. Hide. Run, you know. And they're going to say, you terrible, KUNTA. I'm telling the truth, man. Because it's been reported that they throwing empty bodies without their organs off the back of planes and shit. Come on, man. You know, this shit is out of control, you know. We can't even trust what the is going on right now. We cannot. So my advice to the Mexican brothers, okay, let me clean it up. I got some better advice. Y'all should be using the status refugee, okay? Not illegal. Anybody that surrenders to this idea that they are illegal, they can be deported. But a refugee cannot be deported. Remember that, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on some gangster shit, remember that. When these police stop you, tell them that you are a refugee. The refugee has rights, political asylum rights, rights to due process, rights to an attorney. A refugee has a lot of rights. And a lot of you brothers are refugees. Y'all are not illegal. Y'all have let these people dupe y'all down into some that y'all are accepting. Y'all are under the wrong status. There is no such thing as an illegal alien. Stop letting these people tell y'all who y'all are. That is not y'all status. Most of you brothers and sisters are refugees. And I guarantee you, if you tell them scumbags that, you know, they got to, they took an oath of office to uphold the Constitution. And the refugee law is protected by the Constitution. It's protected by the Bill of Rights. So
so do you think that people in this country are too dependent on the government?
Well, you don't even want me to get started with that, because I'm finna bust their ass. And I mean, I'm saying this because I want them to know how dead serious I'm about, that I'm somebody that's not just talking on her jaw jacking. We got all these people out here in these streets and they protesting and everything. And you asked me this question about, are we too complacent with the government? Yes, we are. And if we really know that the government means us this much harm, because actually the government has done horrible things. There's too much poison in our foods, number one. There's too much poison in our waters. Our waters are not safe. Our fruits are not safe. You see, the meats are being processed with poison. Everything that we are consuming is causing cancer and all kinds of other diseases. So if you ask me, are we too complacent with our government? Our government is allowing the poison to not be regulated and eliminated, you see. There should be a more stiff and sincere policy to rid America of all the products that have poison or cancer-causing and other such agents in them, you see. And yeah, I got a problem, but I mean, we could go deeper than that.
Well, I got one more question, so I want to ask you this about what you just said, because that's a good point. Do you think, you mentioned the poison in the water, the poison in the food, is this intentional or is this neglect?
It's intentional. It's intentional. It has nothing to do with neglect.
You don't think it's just
no.
Putting this into purposely.
It's purposely done. You know, COINTELPRO was done on purpose, boy. Right. You know what I'm saying? You asked me, is it on purpose? The White House was burned down on purpose. Right. The Watergate conspiracy. John F. Kennedy was shot and assassinated on purpose. Right. Martin Luther King was on purpose. Malcolm X was assassinated on purpose. The chairman Hampton was assassinated, bro. These people were killed. These are conspiracies that were held by COINTELPRO.
Right.
And you say, is this on purpose? You know,
So I know
there's a lot of, hey man, no, there's a lot of things that the government has done that are evil, that are on purpose, bro.
Right.
So, yeah. So now this is what you don't see out there with all this protesting is no one has no documents. No one has no documentation. You know which documentation?
What is it? What's documentation?
The Declaration of Independence.
Right. And see, this is the thing with all these protests. I feel like people are falling into traps.
Now, the protest is motivated as a coup. That's why it has no effect on nothing, because it's just a stage act to divert, you know, to stop, to coerce, you see. The protesting mean nothing because the protest is always a puppet show.
Right. It's to push another agenda.
Right. It's to push an agenda. It's a puppet show.
So something else that's happening right now is Antifa. I could be wrong on Black Lives Matter, but Antifa for sure has been declared a domestic terrorist group.
Well,
so what's going to happen?
I don't get it.
Groups are going to go out here and they're going to protest, and they have the power of the government now to determine them as a terrorist group.
Nah, that ain't right, and that ain't fair. I mean, I'm not no Antifa person, but I'm just gonna be honest. You know, I have not seen a charge on the Ku Klux Klan yet.
Right.
They are out here and they're finding black men hung from ropes. The Black Panthers was down there in Mississippi, you know, protesting about a brother. What's his name? Trey? What was that brother name that got hung in Mississippi?
Happened a couple times, didn't it?
Yeah, but this particular time he got hung at a school, an all-white school. And this was horrible because this brother had a broken leg, a broken arm, and then the police covered it up and said that it was a suicide. So I just have a question to Trump in real life, man.
And his
Trump.
name was Trey Reed.
Trey Reed.
So you hear about what happened, I think it was yesterday in Houston. Did you see that?
No.
They found somebody hanging off a bridge on fire.
Wow.
And this happened in Houston either earlier today or yesterday.
Wow. Well, I'm kind of like fed up with the government giving the Ku Klux Klan a pass. You know, you put on the Crips, you put on black gangs specifically, you put on rap music artists, you put on various organizations that are black, but you have never put no on the Klan, you know. But then, I mean, this is to show you the unfavorable balance of the justice system and how this is really racist, bro, is that there is no laws concerning gangs. There's a law concerning the Klan. The was for the Klan, but it was never used on the Klan.
No, the was created for the Italian mob.
It was, but the Klan, they should have used it on the Klan.
Right.
The real was created and on some divine shit.
Right.
You know, because everything comes with natural causality as far as whatever is meant to happen. I mean, yeah, it came from the Italian mob, you're right. But I'm talking about karmalistically.
Right.
The law was really for the Klan. Okay, they took it and used it against the Italian mob, but which organization is more fitting of that title of 100% is the Klan that need to read.
Right.
But you targeting gangs.
Right.
You know, you're targeting rap artists, but you never targeted the Klan.
Because you know what I've noticed is I did a little bit of research. I looked into this. So the reason why they don't, right, and this is another agenda that's pushed. You know why? Because the Klan, these white supremacist nationalist groups, you know what they're considered? They're considered domestic terrorist groups. So this is how they can blur the line.
No, let me tell you. Let me give you some game.
They can't use the a domestic terrorist group because they're saved from the.
Okay, look this word up. Look this word up. Look this word up. I'm gonna tell you why they ain't indicted them.
Right.
And it's called Parse Cactus. Look it up. It is the deputization of a person to be militarized to help the government to overthrow those who are, you know what I'm saying, causing an insurrection. Look it up. No, straight up. Look it up. I mean, I want the viewers to get the pure definition. I kind of paraphrased it. But it's Parse, Posse, Cactus.
It's an act, is a U.S. federal law that prohibits the use of military personnel for domestic law enforcement purposes such as policing, unless expressly
deputized. Yes.
The Constitution.
Yes.
Act of Congress. Enacted in 1878, its purpose was to prevent the military from being used as a domestic police force or concerns stemming from post-Civil War Reconstruction era. While the act primarily applies to the Army and the Air Force, exceptions allow for military involvement in certain situations, such as responding to domestic violence, protecting federal property, and the drug inflow, separate litigation.
So you know what that means. That means that the Klan can be deputized by the United States at any time to help them if they need them.
Same with any type of militia.
Any malicious organization. Y'all ask why the Klan has never been indicted, because if everything falls and it becomes a true insurrection in this country, the government's plan is to they've already did that with ICE. They've already used Parse Cactus with ICE, because y'all wondering why these ICE people got these masks on, because they're Klansmen deputized by Parse Cactus. They're Klansmen. And the government will use the Klansmen to escort those who are threats out of the government. And I know you know that that ICE has been infiltrated by the Klan. They recruited, ICE recruited Klansmen to do their bidding. The police is infiltrated by the Klan as well. You know what I'm saying? This is another problem that there needs to be. This is what Donald Trump was attempting to do, was to purge the police department. You see, they thinking that he called these troops out here to police the neighborhoods. No, the neighborhoods didn't need to be policed. The police system needed to be purged with all the Klansmen and the corruptions that's in there. That's a fact.
Well, speaking of the government, you've been seeing what's going on with the food stamp, all the government. It's really just the government.
Oh man, this is okay, hold on. All right. First of all, you want to know my conspiracy theory about it?
Yeah.
If you shutting all this stuff off, you must finna give people their reparations. You gotta be. You gotta be finna give somebody some reparations if you cutting off all these things that people depend on so dearly. Now, me, myself personally, as far as them cutting this stuff off, I don't think that was a good idea to cut it off all of a sudden. Because another factor is that when people are hungry, they get creative. That means they will commit crimes. If you turn off the food stamps, you're gonna raise the rate of crime. Cutting off food stamps will guarantee that the crime rate in every neighborhood will rise. You should not cut off food stamps, Donald Trump. Don't do that. That's a very bad decision, my brother. Leave them on. Give people a chance to get off of food stamps and create a step-down process to get people off of food stamps. Create a system that steps them off of food stamps, you see, into their own dependence as far as working, you know what I'm saying? If they're able to work. Now, if they're handicapped, then they may need food stamps. It's not a good idea to stop doing food stamps. I think the ideal of food stamps needs strict regulation, you know. And as far as taking people off housing, I agree. Because some of these things were put in our communities as handicap devices, you know, to keep us dependent and lazy, you know. Sometimes help can be sabotage, you know, and our people need to wake up to the reality that some of this help that they've been offering us, the government, has been sabotaged to make us even more lazy, so that, you know, it can be easily said that we don't amount to shit. So, in a nutshell, I have a message to Trump. Trump, big brother. Nobody's perfect, brother. Nobody's perfect. Think about the American people. You was put in that position because of the people, the American people, because the American people believe that you have our best interests in mind, Trump. So don't forget your agenda, bro. Is to free us up, Trump. You know, you've been oppressed, bro. You've been through a conspiracy yourself. You've been discriminated against. You know, you've been in jailed. You've been incarcerated. You know what it feels like, you know, to be criminalized. You know, so don't abandon your mission, Trump. Stay down with the mission, and you know, you Democrats. You know, I know y'all not gonna like me. I'm not y'all friends. I didn't sign up for no friends. You fake ass Democrats. I heard got these people in these streets and the way, and y'all now the corrupt police are gonna stand because of you Democrats. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna even tell that the corrupt cops are not gonna be thrown out of office because you stupid ass Democrats got these people believing that they need to be in the way of true justice. So y'all can get mad at me, and I don't give a fuck. But we gonna tell the truth on Unique Perspective about y'all hidden agenda, on how y'all got these people out here in the streets blindly protesting, and all Trump is trying to do is clamp down on the corrupt police. Y'all baller blocking. Y'all standing all in the way.
KUNTA, cuz recently, man, I've been seeing 607 Unc. Man, he keeps going at you. You keep going at him.
Man, stop calling that 607 Unc. Cause that 607 Unc who hangs with the punks. Yeah. You know, like I know, that cuz is Cat Dog. Cat Dog. That's Cat Dog, cuz. You ain't never seen the cartoon? Cat Dog. That's 607 Unc who hangs with the punks because he got a dog and he got a dog and a cat. He's a dog and a cat. He's a boy and a girl at the same time. Talking about he done left and became somebody else. You know, so cuz is a cat dog. You know, you never know who his buff ass is. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has multiple personalities. You know, 1 minute, you know, he's downloading, and the next minute, you know what I'm saying, he's being a scumbag. You know, so you know he made that. You know, he made those remarks. You know, I've been checking him out. You know, he been on there on his little show. You know, telling his little tales. Yeah, telling your little tales. Rainbow Bright. Yeah, you're telling your tales, huh? You fucking me hookworm. You hookworm ass. You earthworm Jim looking at. You know her having around the sides looking at. Yeah. So you still want to run your pork chops about old KUNTA, cuz, huh? So what kind of pain freak are you, cuz? You know, we know you're an ex crackhead. So what you trade in instead of doing crack, what you be doing in there secretly cutting on your ass cheeks and shit. When people ain't looking at you, got the razor cutting on your ass cheeks. So if you pull your drawers down, whole ass, I can see all the razor marks across your ass. Cause you been cutting your ass cheeks, boy. Is that what you been doing 607 up? You a ass pain freak? Yeah. You know, you some kind of weirdo. Cause you talk a whole lot of shit when ain't around. I mean, you was talking like, oh, KUNTA cuz. Yeah. He didn't say that when Cuz was around. But I mean, we can run my show a disturbance. We run your show. You was over there in the corner, cuz. Like a rat eating cheese. Yes. I'm just being honest. You know, we want to do some homework, you know, with you, 607 up. Just being real. What you do was 4X, cuz. You wasn't tough at all. If I recall, 4X punked the cowgirl shit out of you. You didn't even get pressed. You got punked. Yeah. What's that name? Kevin Costner, what's that fool name? That did that show Punked?
Oh, Ashton Kutcher.
You got Ashton Kutcher. You got punked. Yeah. 607, the unk that hangs with a whole bunch of punks. Yeah. You got punked. You know you did. You didn't even, you know, you had to go home and practice voodoo. You had to put a voodoo spell on cuz. You know, shout out to 4Extra, man. No, you know, I ain't trying to high side on you or nothing like that, cuz, but you got to be careful with these old weirdo ass charming, these voodoo ass. You be going and casting spells, cuz. See, your people set you up, cuz. They didn't tell you that 607 up be on that voodoo shit, cuz. Man, that put some voodoo on you, crib. Real life. But guess what? Can you put some voodoo on me, 607? No, you can't. You already tried. Dumbass, didn't you? Tell the truth. You tried it, huh? You went to burning that yimmy, yeah. What you do? You burn a couple of dollars, oh, you say I'm broke, you burned a couple of dollars? That's what you did? You trying to keep me broke, oh, what you doing? You burning money on me, cuz? Huh? I just want to know. Weirdo ass. Cat dog, cuz. With your 607 on. Say, cuz, why, cuz, just be honest, cuz. You got a tapeworm? I'm just asking. Why you cuz look like you ain't never gaining weight, cuz. Like, and then what is that called? What cuz live? Yeah. Is it called Punktopia? Cuz you over there in Hollywood living in Punktopia? Cuz, you better stop it, Crip, on my mama, cuz you know what you better do, cuz when you come to my city, oh nigga, you better be on your best behavior, for take a couple of them dreads out your head and smoke them hoes on the barbecue pit, nigga. You know? Yeah. You always talking about voodoo. You know what kind of voodoo would happen if I took them dreads, a couple of them locks of yours, and put them on the barbecue pit? And did my little jig, my little kumbaya jig on your dog around, and your nuts fall off in the toilet, hoe ass. So you better not play with me, scumbag ass. Yeah. Because, you know, I know them tricks too. Not saying I practice, but I do know them tricks. So if you really want to keep getting it, stew head man, you really might want to show your face when it comes to me. You better show some respect real life. You like cuz, you need to show some respect for the nigga that helped you out when you was in a jam, you know. Because after you got pressed, cuz, when you was over there, sanitize hands, Officer Picklestein looking at sanitize hands many times, sanitize hands many times. Officer Picklestein, bicycle, looking at real life. You remember what happened? When, you know, cuz came to town, you was such a scumbag, you didn't even want to press him. You called me to press him. You called me to press that old scumbag, Adam 12. Yeah. Adam 12, no, I'm about that life. You know, that we had a little chat, you know. You didn't want to come to Fort Worth, you know, you rather stay in the D, you know. It kind of gets too. synonymous for the D, you know. You want to stay in the D? You want to stay with the D? Y'all want some D shit, really. It was in the up in there. Only real was up in there when I came in there with Supreme. The rest of y'all look like y'all was on some weird ass up in there on Crip. Oh no, let me not lie. Bishop Eli was up in there. He another real that was in there. My brother King, he was another real. But your whole camp, cause you know, them the people that you came from Cali with, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, I be wondering about how you be grouping up like y'all be doing, cause, you know, there might be some molestation going on with you weirdo ass. For real, y'all niggas is weird. You weird, cause like you playing with your feet under the table, cause that's what you be doing. You funny bunny ass. I'm keeping it real with you, cuz. Just be honest, cuz. Like, you know, the best thing you can do, 607 up, who hangs with a whole lot of punks. You might want to mind your own business, cuz you the goofiest nigga ever, cuz you don't even got no business in the Hoover business, cuz your business is voodoo business, hoe ass. You ain't got no Crip business. You ain't got no business being in Crip business. Your business is Charmin business. Charmin, cuz. Cat dog. You know you be practicing voodoo, cuz. Your business is voodoo business, cuz. You say KUNTA can't get in Crip business. I can get in Crip business. You can't get in Crip business cuz you practice voodoo, cuz. We gonna be your voodoo at practicing ass, cuz. They gonna cluck you out upside your head. That's what they gonna do to you, cuz. But you know, be aware y'all running up on 607 on Crip, cuz around and make you do some stupid shit. So watch that nigga. He made Percy fire up. And then got the voodoo through right back on his dumb ass because he go over there and grab the gun. Got some instant karma. Yo got instant karma. You put the yimmy yammy ya on Percy dumb ass, got him out of his rockers, and then you go right over there and hit that bad with him. And was screaming like your makeup was up. Yeah. Cuz out of control. Say 607 on cuz. Let's set the record straight, my G. When you talk about KUNTA, cuz, respect me, cuz. Respect my gangster. Cuz it's my gangster that helped you in your tough moments. It was my gangster that you used. You didn't use Scumby's gangster. I don't even think you were friends at that time. You know. You used my gangster. You used my past. You used my identity card. Your fraud, you in there trying to throw bones and stones on the ground with your. You ain't even got no gangster card. So of course you really did need me. So show some more respect. When you come around me, cuz, you better put some respect on my name. You and that scummy ass. Both of you niggas. You better respect me, cuz. I mean, I told you I got a slap. I got a slap that'll take the skin off your face. I got a thump that'll bust your nose or your lip. I got a jab that'll black your eyes. I mean, for real, for real. Oh, he's threatening me? No, I ain't threatening you, cuz I'm gonna drive, knock your ass out. That's all it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be no threats, no nothing. I'm gonna get you, sucker. None of that whole ass. I'm just gonna pop and knock you out, cuz. Feel like, you know how you know how the jack in the box is making too much noise and you bust it over the head, so I gotta go back in the box. Boom! It come out. Shut you. Yeah. Don't make me bust you over the head, 607 up. With the hangs with the punk. Cause you really is just a jack in the box. Boy. Cat dog, cuz. Jack in the box.
Speaking of 607, I seen Charleston just did something going at him again.
Oh man. Charleston is washed up, bro. We ain't even finna get this all our time, cuz it's like the forbidden pizza. You know, he a whole ass, cuz we wanna talk about that fool. Cuz neck falling off, his lip got bumps and scabies and herpes on it, cuz got toupee patches missing out his head, cuz eye is crying and that about to fall out crib. Don't tell me about it. that think he got everything together, but it's falling apart. That bad, cuz, you hear me? So now, I don't give a damn about what that scumbag is saying, because he's too busy falling apart. He need to pay more attention to himself.
Gotta stay on my grind and get my money right. Gotta make sure me and my brothers hustle through the night. Me and my niggas, we gon' swing, we gon' blow that pipe. Hop out on your block with thunder clapping when we make it strike. Hop on feet, hop out, give 'em smoke, gon' be a can.